Okay, so I just watched the FNAF movie, and obviously there's gonna be a lot of spoilers in it, so if you don't want them, you gotta click away in like 5 seconds, so... Just saying. I can't believe Markiplier was in the FNAF movie! No, he was not. Speaking of YouTubers that were in the FNAF movie, a pleasant surprise that I didn't expect at all was Matt Pat was in the FNAF movie. And I also dragged my mom along to watch this movie because I love scaring her. I looked up at the screen when I heard this very, like, fun voice, and then I was like, who is that? And then I saw Matt Pat, and then I was like, it's Matt Pat! And then my mom was like, what's a Matt Pat? And then she thought that I was talking about, like, one of those mats in, like, a car. And then he said at some point, you know, like, but that's just a theory. And then I was like... Also, my mom was very impressed by Corey's performance. He did excellent. But let's go ahead and get into the actual movie itself. So, you have the main security guard guy, Mike. Yeah, how could I forget? He is taking care of his sister. And in order to continue doing so, he needs to get a job. So, of course, what job could you get in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? Yes. An electrician. No, obviously it was a security guard, you bozo. You know when you play in Five Nights at Freddy's and the first night is usually not that bad? Basically, it was really easy all, like, 7 nights, 6 nights. I play Five Nights at Freddy's, I swear. It was kind of shocking. It was shockingly easy. And in fact, he kind of brought his sister along, his little sister along at some point. And they built a fort with the animatronics, a legitimate fort, and Bonnie fainted in the middle of it and died. It wasn't from Monty Gator. It was building a fort for a child. That's how Bonnie died. Not even kidding. Okay, I'm kidding a little bit, but the short of it, the security guard guy, Mike, I keep on calling him the security guard guy, his brother died. Kind of a big bummer, and I'm so insensitive. And so he's basically looking for his brother the whole entire movie. He befriends Vanessa, and Vanessa being the security guard gal from, a security breach. And then she reveals that she is, in fact, Afton's daughter. And then I scream, "Roar!" And then I go ahead and I look around and I'm like, man, this is why I didn't want to go to a movie theater. I have made a absolute fool of myself. Like, this is why I thought other people were gonna do this. This is why I didn't go to the movie theater. I didn't want people to go, was that the Blade of 87? The whole entire time of being there. But, here I am. On the 27th. So, basically, then she reveals, like, oh, the guy who stole your brother, his name is William Afton, just to let you know. And before she said William Afton, I said, William Afton. And then my mom looked at me and she was like, how did you know? And then she's like, wait. Then it was very silly and stupid when, the inevitable line came up of, Springtrap saying, I always come back. And then I laughed very hard out loud, and then I looked around, and nobody else found it funny. I was the only person who found it funny. Because it's overused. It's a joke, I don't know. Then in short, in the ending, it all worked out. Afton, he got a little pokey, he got a little spring lock, those animatronics, they actually killed him, and it was kind of quirky of them. It was a really fun movie. It was genuinely a really fun movie. There's some things that I kind of forget about right now, but that was a summary of it. I don't want to go into every single detail because I want you guys to watch it if you can. Even though I knew that this video would have spoilers in it, I genuinely enjoyed it. And it was just overall a really, really really, really good time. And even though it was on a little bit of a budget, they were the same people who made Megan, and it was so enjoyable to watch Megan. It was so enjoyable to watch FNAF, and I am thoroughly happy with the way that it came out. So yeah, that was very nice. And thank you, Steel Wool and Scott and all of them, for Blumhouse, all of them, for making such a wonderful movie. I'm not disappointed at all. It was a great time. And my mom also had a great time. So that's bonus points. Bonus points for you. But with all that said, I'm gonna leave this video here. So take care of yourselves, have a decent day, and stay determined. Out of the way.